Going over the trades in the 25K portfolio, it was a down day yesterday, another down day today. NightTrader lost twice last night. It's a rare event, but it did happen. And we had Cobra 3, E-mini NASDAQ, just got stopped out. It was the high of that move happened about in the next couple of bars at 96.81, was stopped out at 96.64. We needed about a $1,000 stop loss today to participate in this move. The good news on the day was the Cobra Crude trade plus 14.25 and soybean swing closes the day with an open position minus 62.50. So two fast down days in a row in the 25K portfolio. Good time to get in or add to it when you have sharp drawdowns like that. We were up 7,500 a couple of days ago and you gave back about 2/3 of that roughly. One of the revisions that I made in March was to change gap continuation 2019 to gap continuation 2020. And you could still trade this. This one has outperformed the gap continuation 2020. It takes a lot of losses. Gap continuation 2019 can have a large number of consecutive losing trades in order to capture these big winning trades, and so it's hard to trade sometimes. And the gap continuation 2020 filtered that out on some volatility, but the gap continuation 2019 has outperformed it since that time. Let's look at the results. In comparison, the older original setup did much better, and this is how it's performed. So you can see it's up. This doesn't include today's trade. Today's trade is up 5,600. And let's look at the gap continuation 2020 now. That is showing 63.45 with this performance summary. So still a good strategy. It's more conservative, but sometimes it misses trades. And so it doesn't have as many consecutive losers as gap continuation 2019, but then it misses. So this strategy is included in the stock index and gold portfolio for the micros and the minis. This is also in the all 77 strategy portfolio, so it's doing really well today. It's one of what we call one of those infinity trades. We don't have a profit target. We've talked about adding profit targets, but you just let this one run. It has a very tight stop loss of $300, which gets stopped out a lot because $300 is a very close stop in the E-mini NASDAQ. But then you have the opportunity to capture big runners like this, and so this one still has 37 minutes to the close. It gets out early at 2:30. So, you know, anything can happen. It could reverse. I don't think it would reverse all the way 300 points higher, but it could in the next 37 minutes. Otherwise, it gets out at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, so there's about 37 minutes left in the trade. The selling could continue, could pause right here, it could reverse. So haven't seen just a straight down day. Overnight and during the day, for the most part, is just straight down so far. So unusual after all the massive buying we've had. So we're due for a correction. But that is what I wanted to tell you about the 25K, 50K portfolio, how you can make that adjustment if you want that. Contact me. If you have the 25, 50K portfolio, you can trade both the 2019 and 2020 version, or you can just trade one or the other. This one is more conservative. It doesn't pay usually to all of a sudden jump into a strategy after it's had this big run up, and so I'd wait for a losing streak or the next gap continuation 2020 trade. Also, it's rollover day for the stock indexes, ESM20.D. You just change each of these M's to U's and keep the current format on data one only.